Hey, it's Django from Calvander Sound. Welcome back. And today we're doing a guitar lesson on the classic Led Zeppelin tune, Mak'er, off of Houses of the Holy, which is one of my favorite Zeppelin records. The deal with this one is it's kind of a reggae groove, and it's got lots of moving parts, but it's the most essential thing is the rhythm. So what we're going to do is first I'm going to play it for you a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how I play a part that I've come up with that kind of incorporates all the essential parts of the rhythm of the song. So it goes like this. Oh, 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 you don't have to go. Oh, 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 you don't have to go. Oh, 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 baby, please don't go. All those tears I cried. Oh, 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 all those tears I cried. Oh, 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 sorry. Oh, 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 baby, please don't go. And then we have the next section. Well, I read the news that it told made me mad, mad, mad. Well, I read the news that it told me made me sad, sad, sad. I still love you so I won't let you go. So those are our two main sections of the song. Let's look at the first one first, which is the main one. The song is really a pretty straightforward kind of 1950s style chord progression in C. So remember, we always want to, when we're looking at a song, we want to look at the chords in terms of the degrees of the scale and in terms of how they fit within the key. So it's 1, which is C, A minor, 6, 4, 5. So 1, 4, 5, which would be C, F, and G. That's our most basic chord progression in the world. But then the next one is 1, 6, 4, 5. And you'll find a million kabillion songs that use 1, 6, 4, 5. Because the chord progression is simple, that kind of is a clue that something else must be going on that's more interesting. And what that thing is rhythm. And if you've checked out my other lessons on Tom Waits' Jockey Full of Bourbon, you're familiar with the concept of the rake, where you kind of mute with the left hand and you allow the pick to go, which creates a really rhythmic sound, and it's a way to incorporate percussion and other kinds of parts of a groove with your guitar playing. So with this, we basically got 3 parts. We have the bass, those are the bass notes. We're going to play those notes fairly straight. We're going to go da 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 da. And then we've got the kind of combination of the that they call the skank in reggae. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to use a rake for that. So the second part is, so that'll go tack tack, and that also happens between the chords. So we go tack tack. So the most important thing you'll notice is actually that your hand, the left hand, is super relaxed. It has to be just sitting on the strings. It's in contact with the strings basically at all times so that you don't have any ringing strings. But it's not pushing down most of the time, because by touching the strings but not pushing down, it allows you to make this really rhythmic kind of chuck chuck sound. Now the third part is the little melody in the top. So that's going to be your pinky all the time. So you're going to go C. Now the thing about sliding up like that is you want to kind of keep your hand, as I said, in contact with the strings the whole time so that it doesn't start ringing, so you don't go, we don't want those open strings. So this left hand is responsible for basically being really relaxed, forming the chords but not really pushing down, only pushing down on the bass note, and then moving along with the pinky as the pinky plays the melody. So going really slowly, bass, rake, rake, okay, and then two a down up muted part, which is going to lead us to the next chord. So we go. That's basically that whole thing. Now you want to start slowly like that until you can get it to where it's smooth and relaxed. So what you'll notice is what this left hand is doing is it's forming the chord, so it kind of gives you the ghost of that chord as you rake. But then it kind of rolls to a flat position for the pinky, so that it's muting all the strings. So see how it's now flat against the strings before I play the melody. So what the right hand is doing, so that's the basic idea, but then you also have to hit the high string. The hardest part, I think, is actually hitting that high string and then coming up without hitting it so that you can hear both notes. So that's that first part. The next part is very simple. It's A minor, and it's the same rhythm. It's down, up, down, up. So it's down, up, down. As always, going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up with your right hand, even if you're not hitting it, is essential. So you're going to go down, up, down. And to mute in between, we just let up the pressure with our fingers. And we're playing just a power chord. So A minor, G, A minor, A minor, Now we're going to an F. It's a little tricky because there are two guitars doing this, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to hit the chord, the F. So we're hitting the F, letting it ring, and then we're going E string, B string, G string, E string, B string, G string. It's a little tricky. And you could keep doing the same pattern on the G. But you can also just kind of strum it, because then you're going sliding that. Back. So practice this slowly. Really pay attention to the way that the rake feels, and have a lot of fun with it. I think it's a super cool groove and a super cool song. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions for songs that you'd like to cover or things you'd like to cover, please leave them in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel right down there, and I appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Enjoy.